Togo.
And the question, did you understand the question or? Okay, I think we have a problem. Okay, John. Yes, let me back.
Yes,
Yes, welcome.
thank you.
Okay, so we are talking about educational system globally, generally in Africa. Uh, maybe for you, if you could maybe change one thing about the educational system of your country, what will you do to change it, or what will it be and why?
Okay. Thank you to give me the floor.
For giving me.
For giving me the floor. Uh, Excuse me to be late also.
Don't worry, let's go.
Hello.
If I would change,
Mm.
if I would
Victor,
change something,
you need to wait. Let's go. Yes.
Okay.
if I would change something in Africa or in my country,
Mm.
I should like to change the language, because digitally everything is in English. To learn to become an expert in digital expert in Africa is very hard, because in West Africa especially, all countries are French countries
Mm.
that people, it is hard to learn for francophone peoples.
Yes.
I'll start changing the language.
Mm.
Second, second, I will I will I will put in primary school digital programs,
Yes.
that children will begin with a digital program in primary school, because we are very late. We are very late. Until now, you can learn in another country and you come to your country to build something. You will not find job, because every service are very late digitally.
Yes.
Because for why people learn, they have their certificate and they are at home, because uh, they don't need them in jobs, because in say in the, that jobs, they don't increase, they didn't increase digitally.
Mm.
Everything is late in Africa, especially in my country here,
Okay.
because if you are you learn, you are digital, you have digital skills, you must become an freelance or another thing to earn your money. If you want to work in your country, it is very difficult.
Yes. You are right. I think you these two or three propositions are very interesting. Put a digital program in the primary school is very interesting because it will help youngest to try to learn the basic very fastly and become more and more powerful. Interesting. Boss Kosi, are you there? Kosi is not there. Let's go for Victor. Have you connection or maybe are you okay to take a floor or I'm going to give you?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, you were talking generally about maybe tell us what is the problem of this educational system of your country, and maybe if you have the possibility, the opportunity, what will you do to change it?
Uh, I don't know. Um, Concerning the educational system, I think for the basis of what we should know, they give it to us. And now I think our government also seen that there is a problem in case of employment in the country. So for many years for now, they develop program for um, self self working. I don't know if I can say it like that.
Mm,
For entrepreneurs, for everyone to build his own company and be responsible and not be there and waiting for someone to employ you in his company.
funny.
And I think the major problem we have is first for uh, public, like in university you have something we call schools, and then there is faculty.
Mm,
So for schools it is more adapted for the job market, but their places are competitive. So it is just for those who are the best that they take in those schools. And the other people either go to private school which are really expensive, uh, in faculties. I don't know how I can say it in English. So, for those who are oriented on those paths, they first didn't know where to go. So someone can, I don't know, he has, he take a scientific series, and then uh, at university he will be obliged maybe to do law because he didn't know the informations on where to uh, uh, give his papers or apply for his specific faculty. So he just uh,
okay.
take
Interesting.
what he can take
Okay.
to begin with.
Okay. Interesting. As I said, as you can see, let Victor express uh, her ideas because it is important. Even you think that you don't have maybe the real answer for the question that they ask you, try to say something and speak and speak. It is interesting to see that you try to say something. She takes her time to express herself. It is very interesting. Uh, Maybe Sadat wanted to say something when we were talking about the thing that we will do to change maybe uh, 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 something in your educational system of your country.
Hello, hello. Hel-
Okay.
Ah, okay. Sadat, let me back. I'm sorry. Boss Kosi, how are you?
Hello, Stefan. How are you?
Oh, we are fine. We want to know if you are fine too.
Me too, I'm fine. I'm fine now.
Okay, as you can
So,
see, we were debating about African educational system globally. In generally, do you think that uh, let me say it's much um, with the real demand of job market?
ve- very
What
big,
do you
very big question.
think?
Very big question, Mr. Stefan. So today, as you have seen, today I wrote a message on the group
Mm,
to to wish that we you bring
You
back
want
again,
to, yes.
you bring back again this topic because
Uh,
it's a very interesting topic.
mm,
We know that in Africa here, uh, our programs and our schools are not like how it must be, how it must
yes.
be, because today there is many things
Mm,
that me I know today, I know to do how to do it today, but I did not learn it in my
at
school.
school. Yes. You did it on yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I've learned it myself.
Yes.
As Victoire has said now, me I enter university, as she has said now, me I enter university by examination.
Mm,
So me I enter one school in which we have the best in the university there. So you have to pass the exam uh, before to enter this school.
mm-hmm.
But at this school, uh, there are many things me I know today. I did not learn it at this school. So it's myself. I learn it online or in other programs. So our schools in our country in Africa here, there are very big problems in our educational programs. So you have to move and change it. I have to stop there.
Okay, well, interesting. Sadat, you want to leave the session or what? You're writing a message here. She's not there. Okay, maybe to finish, I ask the question for all of us. What would you do to change something in the system, the educational system in your country, if you have the possibility, in order to maybe try to adapt the skill that you learn at school and the real demand of job market. So you just raise your hand and you take the floor to say something. We or maybe at the end of the session before we conclude. Yes, boss, let's go.
Okay, Mamadou, we talk.
Yes, I will take the
Okay,
floor.
great question. Uh, I used to ask this question. It's a common question we ask in speech to young people
Mm.
lead by 10,000 Code. If
Mm-hmm.
you have
Yes, yes.
a magic baguette,
Power.
for
Yes.
example, what
Mm.
yeah, what will you do with this? So, uh, uh, according to me and relative to my country, the first thing I will do is to include the IT learning, the IT training, okay, until the basic education. This will be the first thing,
Mm-hmm.
and also another thing will be to go directly on essential on the essential. I mean that when you take, for example, our different high school or even university, people there, learners there do so much object, okay?
Yes.
Which, for example, if you take someone in accounting domain, for example,
Mm.
you will find other object which will not have, okay, uh, uh, anything with the accounting domain. So I
Mm.
will suggest to go directly on the essential thing.
Yes.
This is the case for a developed country.
Yes.
And also another thing is to put put in value if you have a Malian degree or national degree, you are not accepted in those companies. You have you have to get foreign diploma or something like that. So it's not normal. I think we have to give value to our national degree. And to end my speech, I will say also is there is something which is normal, according to me. When you go in developed countries, for example, the baccalaureate, if you take the rate of succeed people, it's around 80 or more than 80, percent. But last week in Mali, the result of baccalaureate was there, and the rate was in the it was 35%. That is not normal. Yeah, 35. Okay, if you compare to other countries like France, for example, which is a kind of copy for us,
Yes.
it's always more than 80%. So that is it's normal. It's not normal. I think we have to change those aspects. Thank you.
Yes, yes, I agree with you really. And as you said, maybe when you took the floor in the first time, you said that we have a real problem in our system, educational system today. Because why? There is a new field, a new skills asked by companies, for example, data analysis. But in Africa, we don't have a field, a subject that you can follow to become a data analyst really in our university. So maybe our let me say our personalities of our leaders have to create really the subject that match with the problem that we face in the world today, a problem of thinking, critical thinking, and other things like this. It will be very, very interesting to create that to help everyone to get a job in the demand, because we can do it, and we need to create the environment that can help us to go ahead. Victor, let's go. Okay, Victor has a problem. Who?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Uh, let's go with what? I
Let's
don't
go.
know.
What you said?
Stefan, ask her the question
I
again.
Mm. I have to ask the question. Yes, just what are you? What will you do to change the problem of educational system of your country, if you have this power, this magical power, and or this opportunity, the opportunity to do it? Okay.
I think maybe adding soft skills to technical skills in schools
Mm-hmm.
to help people uh, adapt to the professional environment
Mm-hmm.
and also encourage for entrepreneurship
Mm-hmm.
in schools. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It is interesting. This you were talking about encourage entrepreneurship in schools. That means that create maybe the subject can help every young to learn the basic of entrepreneurship and other things. Thanks, Boscosi. The last thing, and also maybe, or we can stop here. Emric, are you there? Dosu, you don't want to say something?
Stefan, I'm here.
Mm,
Mamadou, I finished my training. It's for that I enter the session here.
mm.
I've just finished my session today very quickly. So I was preparing myself to enter the session to say something me too. So it's for that I enter your session.
Okay.
So me, if I have power today, if I have a power,
Just an opportunity, not a power.
or an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
I have to change many things. Firstly, firstly,
Mm-hmm.
uh, firstly, as um, I don't know if there was John, as John have said, I have to
Mm-hmm.
change the language. I have to
Yes.
change the language firstly.
Of teaching, yes. Maybe the language of teaching, yes.
Maybe not for all the teaching, but I want to introduce
Mm-hmm.
since the primary school the learning of English and
Okay.
speaking English like how we speak French at school from the primary school, because today if you want to increase your development you have to know English, you have to know this language,
Mm.
you have to know it. And secondly, the second thing I want to bring
Mm-hmm.
is to bring since primary school digital things,
Yes.
digital learning.
Mm-hmm.
So today, the problem we have in Africa today is that our enterprises
Are
did
looking
they
for
they
yeah,
they don't like to put technologies and
yes,
digital
the
things in the company. So today, you after you finish your certificate
mm-hmm.
for IT trainings and everything that you know in IT training, you will suffer. You will suffer before getting a job. Today
Mm-hmm.
you will not get a job because only for that.
Yes. All
Today,
right.
if I take the example from our enterprise in Lomé here,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't know the percentage, but I can say that 50% of enterprise did not correctly digitalize their services. So you get this problem.
Yes.
Today, me have learned many things, but I don't have a chance to practice that in my enterprises. So I have to work with other countries. You will have in other enterprises you will have in other countries, like Belgium, Switzerland, France, Canada, USA.
Okay.
We have a skills today, but we don't have a chance to work with our country, enterprise in our country here.
Yes.
So
Yes.
me, I have to change the two things, and also
Yes.
in
To
educational.
encourage, let me say, encourage companies to become more and more digital.
Yes,
Yes.
to become more and more digital.
Digital. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. You said many things like create, change the language in primary school, maybe try to introduce English in the basic in the primary school, and also mm,
And
mm,
also the third thing, the third and the last thing I have to say is that in our educational system today, uh, we
uh,
have to we have to go to the essential. So
yes,
today, if you go to our universities, Me, if I take my example, in our school, we will go to many lessons for mathematics, physics, and many things.
Yes, for the same thing after you'll do maybe more than 10 years after
Yeah,
choosing your career path. It is a problem. Yes, you are right.
yeah. But
We need,
we have to go to the essential. Today,
yes, when
today,
you begin, you need to learn. If you want to become a data analyst, you must learn all that can be important for you to become a data analyst. Yes,
yeah.
but when you learn many things, mathematics,
We,
other
le-
physical and
we
other things,
learn accounting, mathematics,
yeah.
many lessons for mathematics. Me, for my bachelor degree at
Mm,
university, if I remember very well, I think we have learned more than 10 mathematics lessons.
mhm,
10 or 15 mathematics lessons.
mhm.
And 10 more than 10 physical lessons,
Mm,
eh? Before our technology lessons and the other thing, French, English, and the other thing.
Yes,
So me, I want that we go to the essential. You have to go to the
yes.
essential, and for that, they not bring the new skills or the new technology skills that we have today in our university.
Yes,
They use the old thing every time, so they have to change it.
yes. As in it, we need to look for the skills demand
In
in
the companies,
yes,
in the
yes, in
companies,
the companies, and
yeah,
create the field that can help each young to become to have these skills and become comfortable in his career. You
yeah.
are right, and we can get it. We are saying we said it in Emric. What are you going to do if you have the possibility?
Stefan,
Yes,
can I
yes. Let me back Victor, Emric before and after you.
no, it is a reaction for what Kosi have said.
Okay, let's go.
I think it is the way they did it that is not really well made. For example, in France and Morocco, they have something they call class préparatoire
Mhm.
for engineering school. In 2 years, you have to do mathematics, physics, engineering, science,
Mm,
English, French, and it just those uh, those subjects or topics.
mm.
So you will be really good in it before you can choose what you want. So the basis for 2 years, you have to do it to be able to really to really perform in what you want to do.
Yes, we can agree
Virtual
with
is for
you.
that they call it class preparatoire. Here
Yes,
in our country, we don't have
we
it.
do.
We don't
Yes,
have
yes.
it.
We do more than 7 years to learn all that. Yes, you're right. Uh, Emric, okay.
Okay, thanks, bro. I personally, if I had the possibility or if I had the power to change something in our educational system, first of all, I think that I will ask maybe the teachers or the government to put aside maybe from the primary school to
Mhm.
let students uh, learn English. I mean, to teach them English from the childhood, for instance. like from the first class they will start learning English, and we will make sure that before they start secondary school they have the they have a good basis, or they have a kind of mastering of the language, so that because we all agree that today you have a bunch of opportunity in English. I mean, if you understand English, you have a kind of opportunity for job. But if you understand French, but and you are not really let me say professional in your domain, you won't really have the same opportunity as someone that understands English and that can maybe work with a company abroad. After that, I can maybe let me say allow the student to learn, or I can show them the companies or the jobs that are currently in demand in our country or on the job market, even if it is not here in our country, but even if it is to maybe online or digital company, for instance, and that when they will finish, uh, I will set a program online. I mean, a schedule like for from 7 or from 8 p.m. to maybe 2 p.m. or free. There will be a school, be learning, I don't know, the stuff. And after that, they have a kind of program that we had them to learn also a digital competence like community management, uh, graphic design, copywriting. I mean, something that can help them to even work. I mean, at the end of their career at school, even if they don't find for job, they will maybe they will also be able to work. I mean, to do something, because we all know today that companies need a graphic designer to create poster for them, flyers and everything. They also need community manager to communicate, any developer to create a website and I mean stuff like that. So if her maybe partner can allow young like us to I mean from the school to learn
Okay.
something like that, it would also be better.
Yes.
It also
I
help
think
them to
we all agree with maybe what we could do for our country to become more competitive. Yes, to have the skill needed by companies. The we know that there is the reality of the world today. We have to solve a problem with technologies, but our system uh, has been the same for a long time. We need to create more news opportunity. We're looking at the the skills that are asked by companies. So we it was interesting. Maybe we will stop here today. I don't know if you have something to say before, and I'm going to conclude the session. Before I would like to thank each one of my participants for your participation. It was a pleasure to speak with you. I think English is become more and more important, and we need to learn as we can to become more comfortable. In this way, I'm gonna maybe try to do. As you can see, we have 2 days in the week, and I think we should maybe speak English every day. But as we have our job, our studies, our occupation, we don't have the time, and also maybe the connection, the data that could be a problem for some of us to be connected. That is why we can maybe add one day again to our program to know. If you are not free today to participate to this session, you will be maybe free for the next session. 3 day in the week, it will be difficult, but we need to do it to be to speak most frequency as we want and become more comfortable, because we are at our second month of speaking session. What can be do? What can I say today? The first thing that we learn from this session is that we all try to say something. So we are not shame when we are speaking. It is a big victory for all of us. And the next thing is to try to become more comfortable, learn other new words and other things that can be interesting, because we are waiting for the result. As I said, every day, Mr. Douglas are waiting for our result. Me too. I want to know that the initiative that I take will be was interesting and was helpful for my participant. We need to progress. We need to improve ourselves. Mm. And today I'm trying to do an internship with KPMG. KPMG is one of a big company in America. All the thing that I do there are in English, and I think let me say it is not easy, but it is one of an exercise that I'm trying to do to go ahead. So we need your motivation. I don't see the motivation in the group. Even you participate to the sessions. We need you to create this environment to speak every day. Every day we need to speak in English and become more comfortable, because you when you will get the your job, because you speak very well English, you will see that it was interesting to participate to our session. So I'm very happy, and it is a pleasure for me to have you every day and discuss about English. It was well really really interesting, and have a good night for, and also the beginning of your weekend. Get rest and be back for next session. If somebody not didn't have something to add, we'll stop here and close the session. See you. Bye bye.
Stefan,
Bye
Stefan.
bye. Thank you.
Okay,
Guys,
Mr. Kosi. Mr.
Hello,
Kosi
Thank
wanted to.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
So I
Ste-
should want
Goodbye.
to do a presentation
Have a nice
perhaps it will
night.
be
Have a nice
for the next
weekend.
session.
hello,
Okay.
Stefan. Stefan, you don't have
Yes.
a
Okay.
tool. You don't have a tool
During
to record the session.
Uh, maybe I didn't decide it. If not, I can try to find a tool to record it. But you do it. You do it. Very interesting. I will try to do. Maybe I don't have
I'm
a
I'm
good
asking
storage.
I'm asking that for because there is some time
Yes, yes.
when I don't have a time to enter the
I think
session to record it.
yes, yes. Also, it is interesting to see your videos on YouTube, because when you go to see the video and you watching, you can see the mistake that you make when you are speaking. It is very interesting to see it. So we will try to think about it and record it every day to have the uh, I don't know, the video, to watch it and watch it again to become more
So
comfortable.
every time if I enter the session, record. So I'm recording also right now. I will put it on
Uh,
YouTube.
okay, so we are waiting for your video.
Okay, thank you all. See you
Bye.
on Sunday.
Okay,
Bye.
bye bye.
bye bye.
Bye.
Mi-
Bye.
Mr. Nadu, you wanted to